90s, we'll do 90s.
Whatever. Yes. I like
So,
the VHS like for
yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
these are pretty cool for like
Hmm.
whatever you would do. I don't know. But I like these kind of like photography posters with like the statues and like the drawn over top. I think that's pretty neat.
That is cool. I also
That's like something you could do to like really quickly get that style and kind of unique about it.
mhm.
Just like black and white photo with some like lines over top. So,
And this one right here is cool. I like the added like
mhm.
pop of color. Kind of
Yeah,
just keeping that will be pretty easy to like do overall with everyone, I think, right? Like keeping the same style as far as putting a photo with what you're saying, like these patterns and stuff.
yeah. So like these are I forget the changes, but these are like kind of the main images I thought like kind of work for that. I think there's some 80s in here that kind of leaked in, but there's some overlap, so it's probably fine. So here's the logo we've been working on this whole time.
That just not awesome, dude.
Added some color here,
Nice. Yeah, that's rad.
and
Nice
then
and
oh, sorry.
sorry, no. It's just like wow. Looks great, dude.
And I threw it into this template that does this kind of effect, the metal effect. I might do it on my own if we went with this one, but it's kind of neat.
I love how the O and the L are mixed in one.
Yeah. And I like the Y, how it's all like the same plane. It doesn't like go anywhere like underneath, you know.
An H.
That's great. Now I know what you're talking about. Yesterday when you were talking about like something metallic looking, is that what you were thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that looks great. Awesome.
And then like you've seen like here, some of these have, let me see, have like these little, right here, like that.
Yeah.
This like pink like text underneath it that's really thin. This kind of worked like that. It's something David did, which I think is pretty nice. And it also kind of looks like this kind of wiggly pattern with like the thing. I figure I could make a pattern for that. And patterns are pretty useful because if you just throw a pattern like on everything, it's a pretty easy way to make everything look cohesive. So if like we all use like the same pattern or something, I think that would really help to make things look together.
You're right.
With like pretty low effort.
Are
We'd
you
also need to get like a couple fonts, I think, that would all go together.
Yeah. Do you have an idea for pattern that you wanted to go off of?
You know the classic like 90s pattern, just like it's the black background with like all the wiggly stuff. I don't know why it's not on here, but like it's this and it has and just these weird little squiggly shapes that could be made pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'd say today by me.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, like this kind of thing, but it's usually on like black. I might try it like on pink or something just to be a bit different, but
That's sweet.
you guys probably you guys know what I mean, right?
Oh yeah. I do.
But since it kind of has that same line quality as like the lines and stuff, I think the guitar would be kind of a cool way to like put something like that in there.
I really like the green one too that you have. Just the the vibration of that looks really cool.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, good job, dude.
Yep.
So that's all I got.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, I like that direction. I mean, it's you're talking about the pattern. That's something that everybody can like have access to, and then kind of go off of and be able to keep it cohesive.
does any other team have a mood board or
Visual.
I know that there was somebody that shared one or two of them yesterday.
We do have a mood board, but she isn't here right now. She has it, but I can just like show pictures like online or something like that. Like get a sort of an idea. So ours is based off like the Rose Festival that they do in Portland, because Portland is about the city of roses and stuff like that. So we're basing our stuff off of like roses and music and intertwining that together. And our color palette is just gonna be like either just red and black, not too crazy. So that's what we were gonna do. She has a better mood board to show. I just have random pictures. But yeah, that's what we were gonna do because that's what Portland is. Just the city of roses. I mean, that's how we define it. Instead of just using like forest and stuff like that, we just used roses. And then for like our music truck, we were gonna do CDs and roses. So like, if you want to give somebody an album, or if you like somebody, we have roses and stuff like that as well to sell off. Because we didn't really want to like we're thinking of doing food, but we're like, why would we do food with music albums? Like we said, roses would probably be better.
You know what's interesting is tying that back to the 90s. I keep saying to my group, like, I'm the old one, so I went through the 90s, and I was a 90s kid. But, like, I doubt any of you are old enough to remember Skate World at all. It was, like, the thing for Portland kids. I mean, not all, but, like, roller rinks. And they would always, and this is kind of something that was pretty universal in the 90s, at least from my childhood, from my growing up. You would go to these Skate World and the music would play, and you would like buy roses for like your, you know, your boyfriend or your crush or whatever. And that was like a super like middle school thing to do, but that was like a big thing. And they would have these like fake roses that they would give out. And they were super cheap, but like thinking back, like that's super nostalgic of the 90s. I just thought of that when you were talking about handing out roses with the truck or the bus. I don't know if that would be universal enough that he would have, you know, they would get that, but that just reminded me of that.
We'll probably have to like explain it for them to like,
Yeah,
understand.
exactly. But anyway, I was just going off on a tangent there. That's still a cool idea, though.
I went to Skate World once for a birthday.
Well,
You're muted.
You're muted, Emily.
Maybe I am old, you guys. Come on. I was gonna plan my friend's like 30th birthday there, but it didn't work out. But yeah, Skate World was.
Skate World was awesome.
Yeah, Scotty, you know Skate World.
Well, I mean, I don't know your Skate World, but I've been to Skate World before. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I actually like used to. That was like my birthday party thing when I was a little kid. I'd go roller skating.
Heck yes.
And one time I got to do like when I got a little older, I ended up getting to do like a skateboard demo in a roller skating rink. Like we got to skate on the wooden floors and stuff. It was so fun. Like they had ramps and like things in it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Was that like in like a different rink in Portland or something?
Nah, this was in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Well, once in Arizona and then once like somewhere on the East Coast. I forget where it was. It was like a random place.
Okay, yeah, that'd be sweet though. Excited.
Scotty, they might still have that.
What's that?
They might still have that in Arizona. I think I remember like a Skate World being there.
Yeah, I know there was like a skate world. I know
I know there's a big one like in Phoenix and stuff, but
it probably is still there. Who doesn't like roller skating? It's so fun.
I fall on my ass every time, but it's fine.
Yeah. It's still better than ice skating.
Yeah, dude, ice skating, terrifying. Like,
Should we do a roller skating project for this class?
Yeah. Yes.
Rose skate.
Scrap everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just drop everything. Be like, yeah, this is what we decided to do.
So instead of music, we actually decided skating was like more in trouble here.
Yeah.
So
Since
we
not a lot of
just-
people do it, you know.
you know, like it went out of business, and here we go. It's Skate World.
Change the plan.
Or just have a boombox, but boombox
Skate
is like
World
in the
is
80s.
actually Portland.
Socially distanced roller skating.
Hazmat suit.
Whoa.
Right.
So what we were talking about, Scotty, is that we were just showing our mood boards and stuff, and
Oh.
Mariah was just showing like her 90s mood board of like what she was gonna do, the typography and stuff, and
Yeah, I mean, I have a mood board. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
like that.
There's a quick recap.
Okay.
And we'd have like a 90s pattern that we could all use.
um,
Yeah.
my only critique on like whatever, like, because I know like Carla and I were talking about it. Like she had a similar kind of like 90s style like mood board.
Yeah, it was
just
like a
general, like a general take on-
90s.
on the 90s, where I think they might be like, or at least, not that it matters what they like are totally expecting, but I think they might be like looking for more of like a specific kind of like style of the 90s, which is like Pacific Northwest, like kind of grunge, like, you know, like think Nirvana, like Mudhoney, any of those types of bands, but like Tacoma and Washington kind of.
That's a good point.
But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm totally open to anything. I'm just talking about like what I got out of what he was saying, but I don't care. I'm not, whatever you guys want to work on.
And Carla, do you want to show your mood board so we get a bigger picture?
Sure. Well, based on what we talked about yesterday, because like Scotty said, we were at first we have something, and then we were like, okay, we have to be more specific. So just give me a moment.
I have
Okay.
some things too I can show too if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
It's not a completed mood board by any means, but it's something.
yeah. I just have this, to be honest. So I would just try to look for like grunge stuff, and so the style is basically the same. They're just like different colors.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that like Nirvana poster is so like iconic to me, and that like is like super 90s in my eyes. But I also probably grew up in the same era as he did, so like we probably have a similar idea of what the 90s.
Yeah. What if like we combine Mariah's like kind of general portion of the 90s and put it into, you know, these
Totally. And that might be more bite-sized for people anyways, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can show you what I have too. It's pretty
Yeah.
similar to Carla's, but let's see. And it's not a lot. Like I've just been kind of stacked up with other stuff. So, but yeah, you know, general idea, same kind of thing. A little bit more like maybe like cleaner, but as
Yeah.
far as, like the images, but
That Sonic Youth one is like it'd be it's like photorealist almost, like rotoscope illustration with
Just-
the bright colors.
and then just like a lot of textures, you know, like for backgrounds, which I thought was kind of a cool idea maybe. Like think of like what like a venue might be like inside, you know, kind of like dirty or like dark and I don't know.
Grunge.
But
you know?
yeah, but also like kind of like these like, you know, like
hmm
the duotones and stuff, and then like, or not, I mean like the blah blah blah. Like half
I-
tones.
Yeah, I like those ones that were just shown like on the other mood board that were just like the one color like
Yeah.
printed thing. I thought that was pretty neat.
Like Xerox kind of style. And
Yeah.
that might be kind of cool to bring to like the digital age, is that like Xerox kind of like look, you know, like which would be kind of like a nod to like that like 80s and 90s kind of style.
That would be cool. And since it's music,
And it would be easy to do, you know, it would be easy to kind of replicate. We wouldn't have to do like a hell of a lot of illustration and stuff like that.
exactly. And like Mariah, with your mood board, are you able to share that one more time?
Sure.
But I was just thinking, like, if you go back to the one that had the statue, yeah,
Man, those VHS ones are so cool. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, right? Did you see her logo?
No. Did you come up with a logo?
Not right.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Is this for the website or is this for like, what is this one for?
Posters and T-shirts is what we were doing.
Okay.
And
But I
we're
mean, we need to come up, like, we need to like kind of keep the website like in the same realm, yeah? So like,
Mhm.
So, like,
well-
in that regard, oh, sorry, go ahead, Scotty.
oh, I was just thinking like, so like the name we had for the website was called The Cover. Like, you know, you pay a cover for like the thing. So if we could kind of create like something like, if that's the logo you guys want to go with, like maybe whoever, like Mariah, could you make one for that, like as well, and then we could kind of like, it would be like seamless through, like, you know, the website, the T-shirt, posters, and then like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was thinking like you could do like some kind of subtext or like this,
Yeah.
just so I don't have to like
Oh,
make anything too crazy. So like
Yeah.
we could all like agree on a font and then just have all that, since like what does this do on the 9th?
yeah, but yeah.
Those are the 11.
Oh, on the
Or the
11th?
11th, yeah. I mean, ultimately, I don't think that.
I mean, I have time. It's just like I have
Oh yeah, we all
other
have
stuff. So
Totally, yeah.
With the Mariah created with the local lyrics is the name. Yeah.
I didn't come up with it. Someone else did in our team.
So Mariah, but your team came up
Yeah, our team. Sorry, I'm being a stickler.
for committee that me and the Launchers team was working on. Going off of local lyrics, we could just be like behind the lyrics, or making short document about people in the industry, musicians, venues,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
That could be pretty interesting.
We could come up with like a cohesive like art direction between all the groups.
Yeah, like, because I'm not quite understanding. Are we all still coming in as separate entities that are kind of connected, or are we supposed to be one big brand?
That's what I wanted to ask. Like, if there are 3 groups that are doing websites, do we do like our own website, just like with the same
Vibe, I guess.
style?
That's
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue for me is like I don't know, like, because if it's 3 different ones, then that's easy. Then we just get in our groups and we decide on something and we go for it. But if it has to like match up with this local lyrics thing or whatever we decide on, then it's like you know, we have to like create
My
based on
understanding is that we would all be very closely related.
right.
Yeah, but
Adjacent.
the thing is, there are, I think, 3 groups that are doing websites, right? So are we doing like our own separate website? Because that doesn't make sense if we are doing like in the same. If we are supposed to be all connected, you wouldn't have 3 websites for like the same thing, you know?
Totally.
I think they started planning this like halfway through.
Yeah, I know. I was so frustrated when they say that it had to be like cohesive for all the groups. Because I was like, we asked that before. We
Well,
have
did you-
asked that before.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So here's the deal, though. Like, this class isn't about like a finished project or a final
Yeah.
project. It's about how we work together and what we can come up with as a team, you know, or in our little sub teams, or what we're doing. This is like what we should have been doing the whole time, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think we should stay hung up on like what could have been done or how they could have handled it different, because I think we just need to like be like, okay, well, what can we do from now until Thursday or whatever, whenever.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll get done, you know.
I think what they want us to do is not make like a finished product exactly, but
Yeah.
more so make like a presentation of like what we would do, are like,
Yeah.
I think that's what he was trying to show us earlier,
Yeah.
like with his process and stuff like that he was doing for like a company or whatever it was. I think that's something he wants us to base off of, like combining all our stuff together into one presentation to show how we came up with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, a brand guideline. That's
yeah,
Yeah.
which like
Huh.
makes a lot more sense than like. Well, it makes sense like why they're mad. People make a website. They're like, no, don't make anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't
ultimately,
know.
it just comes back down to like, at least for like, I'm sure everybody has their own for like whatever program you're in, but like at least for me, like when we stepped into this project, like I kind of threw away like all the stuff that we've been learning as far as like process. And,
Yeah.
like, how you get from one thing to the next, and like just kind of tried to jump all the way to the end of the project.
Yeah, I feel
And-
that.
And yeah, I mean it's just like because you're not in your class, you know, you're like in a different thing, so you're like, oh yeah, no, I know what to do, like. But I think that's what they were getting at is like, no, there's like a process to this. It's not just like have an idea and then like make it. It's like you have to like ramp up to it, and they weren't seeing any of that. They were just seeing like we made a website or like we, you know, like whatever, you know, we have.
I've already made 3 interviews.
Yeah,
We're already editing and.
To be fair, they
No
did
idea.
say to just start making stuff and not get hung up in the details like 8 times the class before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I can understand some confusion.
for
I
sure.
wonder,
But-
like, even to be honest, who knows the psychology of it? Sometimes I wonder, like, are they messing with us on purpose? I mean, because this could
That's
Yeah,
my
exactly.
theory.
But
That they're
that's-
just like trying to like be like the most irritating clients to get us ready.
I know JD's doing it on purpose because he said
Yeah.
he's doing it on purpose and I already know it. I was like, JD, stop. Don't even talk to me. Like, I don't want to hear it.
The reality is like when we're like working for places or people or on our own or whatever, like no one's gonna be like,
Here's your assignment.
yeah, here's your assignment. I need it by this, you know, like whatever. It's like,
I'm gonna miss that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Overall, good. Yeah.
what
I feel like you have some kind of like information to work off, and I feel like they didn't really give us a lot.
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, like if you start in design at least, if you start working for a client, they're not always gonna know what they want or like what
Yeah.
they need, and then it's kind of our job to figure out what they need and want.
totally.
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting it now.
Yeah, I mean, I stayed after and talked with him and the other day, and like, I mean, that was kind of like the deal. Like, it's just like, dude, just work together. That's what he wants to see. So
Well, that's good. We have a lead on that. That's good.
Here
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
6 days left in the class.
yep.
We can do it.
Working together.
What do you reckon like we should start working on?
Sarah.
That.
So for the people that just joined in, I'd like to know what you guys are doing because you guys just joined in and to see like what you guys are trying to go with and stuff like that. If there's anything that you can show, like Josh, Kyrie, or Michaela.
Hi, Josh.
Put a mood board in the chat.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I was just in the other breakout room because I thought we had class today. I didn't realize that was an optional class period. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be editing one of the mini documentaries that I'm shooting with my group, and so I knew that you guys were talking about design, and so I just wanted to come in and see like kind of what kind of style you guys were aiming for, what kind of fonts and stuff, because I know I'll be putting like title cards up and editing the colors of it. But yeah, that's why I just popped in to say hi.
Yeah, I mean that's totally fine. I mean it's better to know than not to know at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think we haven't really decided on one style, but that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's what we're
Right.
trying to
I
figure out
was
right
looking
now.
at the mood boards too, though, and like it gives me like a good idea. So, like even like seeing like the kind of like different posters you guys were looking at and like stuff, it brings a specific type of music in my mind that I could put in the video that would match it really nicely. So it all comes down to just like what it reminds me of and like the feel of it. So even if it's not a specific one set in stone thing.
I think the best option to go from this point is like finding that aesthetic that we want to use universally and just like having a document that has the font, the color palette, everything just ready to go we can all pull from.
Yeah, totally agree.
And then, you know, we can kind of still make our things on our own with that. We don't have to be, I don't think we have to be completely uniform.
I mean, we'll check
Yep.
in, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. That way everyone, like from video to design, we all know, like, okay, this is our body text and this is our, you know, display font or whatever.
Yeah. So
I think we can show it one more time for the ones that
Yeah.
didn't see it, and
So,
then we can choose for all all the girl we can like choose our favorite or whatever.
Yeah.
Is, is everybody able to annotate if you go up to the top of your Zoom screen?
Yeah.
The view options.
We should be able.
yeah.
You can annotate.
Yes.
Yep.
everyone but me, because I'm sharing. I think, like, on this statue one where it's drawn over, like, this pattern here with, like, the lines and, like, this kind of dot pattern, I think kind of matches or works well with the ones that were shown earlier, which were just one color and a little more grungy. So we could kind of work with that, too.
Yeah, and that's kind of the idea with like these statues, you know, with you guys were talking about like the Xerox looking posters, you know, even with this.
Sorry, I'm, like, messing up all your sketches, but there's, like, all these patterns there, so.
Is it possible that we could like, since I see that we all have like a stamp on our annotation screen, like we all go through, every single person in this Zoom meeting has the capability of coming through and being like, I like this, I don't like this, and just like stamp the ones you like. Would that be helpful, useful?
I think so. I think we should like take a vote
Yeah,
somehow.
be an automatic vote and
Yeah.
stuff.
Whoever did the S.
Oh, dang, the coolest. Got it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just kind of take a like vote. How do we even like collect that though?
Chat, I guess, I don't know. That would,
Yeah, because with the annotations, you will have to like do it on while they're sharing the screen, but like when other person shares the screen, like I don't know how will that work.
Yeah. Should we start by figuring out? So we have. I like
So-
Mariah's patterns.
yeah, there's a lot of patterns to draw from here. Like, you have the lines, and then you have, like, these weird little not gooey, what am I saying? These, like, little weird little line things happening. They're kind of,
Just geometric.
composition
Yeah,
book texture.
Now I'm confused on what like is actually from your mood board and what is like an annotation.
I'm just gonna clear that. Sorry, guys. Your drawings are beautiful, but there's like a lot of textures and stuff here we can use, and those would be pretty easy for me to make in the next few hours or whatever and send out. So, I mean, it's. Can we see the other one that that had just the one color, like, kind of prints?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, because I like those a lot. And I think like some of the stuff I had would still work with that.
Yeah, so we can draw like the same print style and just put it like
Different color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picture like those half-tone dots
Mm-hmm.
being in the Xerox look, you know, so you can kind of combine the two.
Yeah. And that like green pajamas one, it reminds me of your like hand lettering and stuff, Emily.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like wiggly and soft.
It's just got its own thing going.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, exactly. So it looks handmade, but it's also like nostalgic, which would be fun. And that's within, you know, our posters. We can talk about that for sure.
And we all have like the same kind of typeface. I'm sorry, I mean.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, you're right. They all do kind of have the same like sans serif, that bold.
Yeah.
And that would work good in both all caps and at Lorc script really turned out like on this one with that says here, I'll just annotate this one that goes Saturday right here. How it's really kerned, and then you can also squish it and, you know, kind of make that pretty universal as far as like body type. And it's not to display that it would be like funky looking on everybody's stuff. Anyway, that's just my thought. If we were going to do like a universal font, I don't know what that is, but something along those lines would be, you know.
Yeah, it looks like probably a sans serif with like a more scripty font. 'Cause it like that's kind of something that's on both of them. Like the green pajamas one has like that Summers of Love that's like really like scripty, and then like a lot of the like type like logos that had like I showed have like that kind of like text too, where it's like hand done, like cursive. So
Yeah.
I think that's a overlap.
Yeah. And that's something we'll have to probably take a look at as we go along, because like say for our group, you know, we're doing posters and we kind of go a certain route, you know, as long as we're checking in and kind of making sure things are sort of streaming along the same, flowing the same direction. I think that's, you know, will be fine. I also really like this. That like, that's almost like 70s feeling, but it's cool.
That's totally 90s cartoon.
Is it?
Oh, that's 80s.
That's 80s cartoon?
Yeah, it looks like
Cartoon.
Is Thundercats 80s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Big hair.
I think She-Ra came a bit later in the 90s, but then they kind of flopped. But no, it was a while ago.
Yeah, I have no idea. It showed up on the on the 90s search.
The one thing that's a little hard about like this grungier style is like it's like less like well known.
But
You have to do a little more thinking, I think, to make it like transfer to like a website.
But the thing is, we were like thinking just like in Portland, like the kind of title that was in Portland in the 90s, not like a general.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it fits better because it says more music to me than just like random 90s style.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
She-Ra,
like-
Thundercats, all that. It's like 80s.
Yeah, and it's just too general.
This is
too
just a
broad.
reference.
You guys want 90s cartoons, look up like a lot of Nickelodeon stuff, basically. They were the powerhouse of the 90s
Yeah.
cartoons. So you got Rugrats and like all the ugly, kind of weird looking shows that
Like
everyone
Lumpy.
loves. Lumpy, really experimental.
Yeah, but it's not about the cartoon. It's more like the
About the art
the grungy style.
Yeah, it was very it was all still hand animated for the most part.
Yeah.
Though
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what you guys do because I don't know how Portland was like in the 90s. I wasn't born.
I wasn't alive either.
All you kids. And I was.
Like I'm sorry, Emily. I was born like the very last year. I just got a little bit.
Babies, you were 2000s kids. That's still cool. Still a cool era. Well, I think like Carla is talking about, like we want to keep it music related and not just like too generic with the 90s, but I think there's a lot of elements we can pull in.
Yeah, we also wanted to keep it local, to just like for the people that live here in Portland, how they remember that era.
Right, and like, I mean, there's the whole idea. This also reminds me, like, right here where it's annotate this guy here, these scenes, the zine look. That's really Portland. That's really 90s. So it's just a matter of like combining, you know, what Mariah has with like the patterns and the 90s look. We can also combine into this, I think, and still make it look like the music industry in the 90s, but also have a couple of elements from like just universal 90s, like patterns and styles and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think good.
I mean, this MTV, the MTV logo has some like the elements that Mariah has with the like three-dimensional look
That makes a lot better.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Emily.
Huh?
Why are we? I thought we were supposed to all meet like separately at first. Earlier, remember yesterday? We all said we meet in the group chat real quick together.
We were separated on the morning, but like we decided to come to the big group to like talk about the style that we wanna
Okay.
use, because we're supposed to have like the same kind of style.
Yeah. Wait, were you there yesterday, Michaela?
Yes, I was.
I didn't think anyone else was gonna come today.
Well, we all agreed at 10 a.m.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I know. Everything's been kind of clustered. So
I came in here and I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm sucked into like everyone else's conversation. I'm like, I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, I think it was just like a random decision that we did it this morning with the other groups, because yeah, me and Scotty were in our own group, and then Sarah came.
Well, I'm not criticizing. It's a smart decision. Y'all are smart. I'm just like, I'm here out of my element, just kind of sitting here. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yes, entertaining. I understand. What do I do?
We're just discussing like what style we want for like everybody, because yeah, that's pretty much what they want.
So, it sounds like the grungier style is what we're gonna go with.
I also think that we should be careful not to like bang them over the head with like 90s, you know, like just like subtle elements of it, you know, like it doesn't, we don't need to like be like super like, you know, like a flannel background or, you know what I mean? Like just like, you know.
yeah, like what if like the nod to the 90s was one cohesive thing that we're doing, which is like the font style and the patterns, and then we can still kind of have that overall 90s look, but not have to be so like, what are you guys doing? What is it gonna look like so we all look the same?
Yeah,
It
totally.
can kind of be that one, like there's these elements in it that all, yeah, branding basically,
Yeah.
that all kind of look the same, but yeah, we don't have to like
Are you
right,
guys-
hit them over the head.
Yeah, like, I mean, anytime anybody does that, it's kind of like corny, you know? It's like, you just take from things, like little bits and pieces. But I have to like jam, I have to go to work. Are you guys all on Slack?
Yeah, I'm on Slack, but I don't check it often. I think
Yeah.
usually Discord is what I check.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with Discord.
Well,
I
have, like-
I
have
can
a-
go on Slack and look.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just kind of, I don't know, like, I have like 10 more minutes, but maybe like
Is
figure
it-
out what we're gonna do so I have like an idea of what I'm gonna do for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
well,
it possible that we make it so everybody could check each other's mood boards? Just like if we had like if everybody.
You want me to,
shared
like-
it in Discord or Slack.
Yeah, let me get that.
I think we can put it on the
Chat.
document, on the big document that had JD had.
Mm,
That one is hard to get.
I don't know how to get to that.
The Coda thing? Yeah, no, just do Slack, because I know
Why
you guys
don't-
don't check it all the time, but you can. You have the option to.
Why don't we choose like one right now, like for the ones that are here? Because I mean, the ones that we are here are the ones that care. I
Oh, yeah,
feel like-
then they can tell the other groups like what's going on. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we are missing someone that has a mood board that want to show it, or
Yeah, and I think we just need to figure out type, color, and from there we at least have a foundation on presenting stuff.
yeah, to like at least make a brand guideline, right, with those ones.
Right. I
If
think
you
that'll
want to
be-
do like a sans serif or something like like Futura or like Avenir Next, one of those like would be really easy to like use for like that kind of like thicker like strokes. If you look at that like Nirvana poster, like or like any of like some of the other ones, it's just big blocky like text,
Yeah.
And then also like small, like other other ones in the family that.
Yeah, they just put the big document on the chat, I think.
Okay, I'm having trouble putting stuff on Slack.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know how to use it either. I just figured that way.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna try to send it. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Okay. Well, it's not letting me upload a file, so. I'll try again.
You can't
I mean-
upload a file, but you could share a link. That's Slack.
Okay.
Can you guys like put on the chat or
Here, I'm gonna put it.
like no, what I mean is like which style is their favorite, and like we can just vote off of what they seen. Would that work?
I think that's a good idea.
Do what? All right, Carla. I didn't.
Just like vote on one of the styles that they see.
That we just looked at today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like if people want to put one for Mariah's theme or two for Carla's theme in the chat, and then
And then the Scottish mood board is pretty similar to mine.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not attached to anything, so whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, you guys vote in there.
Where are we voting? In the chat?
Yeah, just one for Mariah's theme, two for Carla's theme.
Oh, okay. So,
I leave for a second and there's a vote.
So let's share those one last time.
it's making moves.
There is some overlap, so.
Yeah, that's hard to say. Yeah.
So, I
wanna-
can still make like some of the textures and stuff. That'd
Yeah.
be pretty easy for me to do, and then I'd actually be doing something. So,
Okay,
like
so I
we
saw
could
this.
do like these. If we do the other one, we'd still probably take these kind of textures and use those. Maybe like ditch these ones because they're a little general, but I think
the-
those
yeah.
simpler, like just black and white textures, could work. They're very 90s, but I think they'd work better with like the one color like posters, which is what I really like, because that's pretty easy to like make cohesive if it's just black on like a brand color.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like the pajamas one that I saw earlier.
Here,
Yeah.
let me show.
But
Here's
I
the
think-
logo one more time for people that I did. That could still probably be used with the other style too, but I don't know if you guys think that would still go together.
And this is the other one. And this is just the style. I don't really have anything else.
Yeah. I think Mariah, you're right. Like I think your patterns and stuff, what you have in your mood board, easily can just like blend in with this too. Because it is supposed to look hand done. That zine look, and I keep coming back to half towns, those dots and stuff like that. But either way, it's giving it texture. So, I mean, I think combining that into like this type style and just like the overall like Xerox look that Carla has, I think that's easy to combine.
Wait, which one was which again? Like, what's 1 and what's 2? Because I like just
one.
totally forgot.
Oh, Mariah's
One
one.
is-
Number 2 is Carl.
Seems like people are rooting for Mariah's.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I do feel like the two can combine. But I think the overall look, I think I would sway more toward Carla's just because it's more Portland 90s.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, Mariah, all of your ideas.
Generic 90s is easier for people to like find reference of though. And at this point, I just kind of want it to be
Yeah,
old.
it's way easier. Yeah, I had a hard time trying to find stuff from like specifically Portland 90s.
It's hard to like know what you're even looking for when you weren't
Yeah.
alive because it's
Yeah,
such a
exactly.
specific thing. You're like,
Exactly.
is this 90s? Is this 80s? What
It
is 90s?
Too cool to be documented online. It was just too cool. That's Portland 90s.
I just found like a lot of the street art for
I
Portland,
really
which
like
is
the.
cool.
I think the Carlos is a little more like. It says Portland music a little more to me, but like I'm pretty neutral. I'm just like pick someone, tell me what to do.
Yeah, same. I mean,
Oh, sorry. I was gonna be like, I think you guys should do this, but then I felt bad when I stepped in.
Say it.
No,
Okay.
say it.
So basically, you could take a mashup of the two.
Yeah, it sounded like
You take
doing.
you take the clean colors and everything of yours from Mariah's and the textures, and then you lay it over a type of imagery that Carla gave. So it looks like it's hand drawn, but it's also mashing with the modern times, where it's also reflecting on the old times, which is a big dog chasing his tail kind of circle. But it could work. It's what I did for my poster for when I was in graphic design. I took a lot of the 80s and 90s and mashed it into like a kind of modern feel.
yeah, I think what Thomas says is a good point. Like we can choose a typeface that is from like the mood board that I showed. There's like sans serif, pretty bold, and just put it on the stuff more with the style of Mariah.
I think honestly, with Futura, because we can play so much with its boldness and, you know, really it's so easy to modify and everyone has access to it. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Like, I
Well,
mean,
I'm terrified, to be honest.
This is Scotty's, yeah.
yeah.
Like I think it's 90s. I think, but that's cool. I like it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
throwing ideas out. I don't care.
But
No
most
one
people-
cares.
yeah,
Let's
most
go back to bed.
Most people feel like they are drawn more for Mariah's style, which is, I mean, it's cool because I think we all have like a general idea of 90s, and that's what we're going off of.
Like, and that's the thing too, like Mariah, if you make kind of a set of patterns that everyone can have access to and use within their work, that's at least keeping it cohesive without being like micromanaging everybody's team, you know, and being like, are we all the same? I think that and keeping, like I said, the same kind of font style might be enough to keep it cohesive.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
So,
Good luck, guys.
it's alright. We will use Mariah's style, right? Because that's
I agree.
what most people.
Wow.
What?
What,
No.
Scotty's offended?
Just yeah. Not what you're saying, Carla.
What happened?
Huh?
Nothing.
I'm so
Uh-oh.
confused.
No, I was.
We angered Scotty.
Yeah, I'm just
Damn.
looking at the boats and mostly for Mariah's style. So.
Oh,
Because
sorry. Sorry, I was talking. I was
We're all
talking.
youngins.
I was talking to someone else.
Oh, damn.
I figured it. I just thought it was
We
funny.
were
You're like,
really
oh,
warning
really? Really?
turn my sound off. But
It's
I
funny.
have to split.
Okay.
Yeah, we can let you know.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
do. Like through Canvas or whatever you guys want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Scotty. Thank
See
you.
you, Scotty.
Bye. Adios.
All right. So
Okay, so
Mariah's style, right?
We're doing
Yeah.
generic 90s.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
I
asked
think
for
it's easiest.
he asked for 90s. He's gonna get the 90s.
Gonna get nice.
And if
So-
if he says anything, we'll be like, you said 90s.
but don't count us
Justin's
out.
gonna-
I
But
mean,
then
you
what
ask
did
a
you say
bunch
when
of
the
kids
changes
that weren't
right?
alive for 90s. You should get generic 90s.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
If he says anything, we will be like, go against the full group because that's what they choose.
So,
Yeah, can we create like two creative like directors just like outside of Justin and Brian, just like as students? Can we have two?
yeah, like,
No,
well,
please, no more.
be like,
Jared.
well,
I can't take
actually-
it. I can't take it.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna mess
know.
with
Jared
you.
is
so
the new
instead of
creative director.
three teachers arguing with each other, there can be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, so far all the 90s looks good. Just something that Alex pointed out. There's not enough Yoshi. But
We won't
Stop
put you.
it.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That is a good.
that's
point.
how you get sued.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts, Bailey.
So if somebody wants to
Screw
like,
yeah, fuck.
What?
I'll
what?
send. I don't know what's happening. I'll send my PDF. I think I can do it through this if anyone wants to download it
Yeah.
and find like fonts to use.
They
That'd
send the
be-
Futura on in there, but I don't know if that's what we want to choose.
Futura, I think. It'll work.
Yeah, it will work,
Sure,
I
it would
guess.
We need like one kind of like scripty font because I've seen that a lot.
as a secondary.
Yeah.
Future works for display. Future works for body.
Yeah, Future, I think we'll use that because that's everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
And then if somebody wants to pick like one that's
It's great.
like the hand done stuff that's in some of these. Let me see.
As far as I don't think that we need necessarily. I don't know about you guys. I don't think we need to like delve into color palettes at all. I think that's gonna be.
I can get like some because I've seen like because there's a lot of that you have like basically for a lot of these it's just black, that neon kind of pink color. Then you have like green, and then maybe like 2 other colors that go with those.
Yeah, I feel like they did put like focus on having some sort of like something cohesive with the color palette and stuff. So I do feel like we should have some sort of
Like a
genuine thing, or like yeah, like a reference at least.
I really think. Let me share. I really like this picture for like, well, for color reference, like the lady with like the drawing over top of it.
Yeah.
That has like kind of the main colors that you see like just about everywhere. So.
Yeah.
I think like the pink, like kind of turquoise, yellow, and then light blue with like this black that's a little grayer. And just
Do you
like
think-
black.
Yeah. Is there somebody that could maybe be in charge of creating a color palette where we have the color numbers and everything ready to go that we can all share and we can just pull from?
Yeah,
Um,
that needs to happen pretty soon
Yeah, it does.
if I'm gonna make patterns.
Yeah.
I guess I could just do black patterns and you could all add the stuff later.
True.
I could do that.
Because it might take some time for us to kind of find a cohesive color palette. Is there one person that wants to do that? Is there? Do we want
I can do it since we have the music bus and we have to have some kind of like color
Yeah.
or some kind of type. Are we just going with like just type and there's not going to be like a logo? The type is going to be the logo.
We should, since Mariah already has a logo, I feel like we should stick with that at least for now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean we can put the type like what Mariah has literally on a freaking like that. You can put that on a music bus and just that's where it
So,
goes. when you sell
What do you
CDs
guys
out
think
it.
of the metallic versus like just the flat like colors? Because these could change, I think.
I personally like more the flat ones.
Yeah.
I do too.
It'd be easier to replicate, I think.
Though it is very 90s, so it's hard. Like, I think it's a cool asset to have.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't have to focus on
Yeah,
it.
I was thinking this is like a little 80s, but
Yeah.
so we'll focus on these.
I really like that.
I can focus on making like kind of yeah, I think that black works the best, and then you could strip out all these colors and just have this on white, like this black kind of like frame around the text is what I was thinking. So I don't know like where you guys would want to get this file. I guess I could throw a link into Discord, which is the easiest way for me to do it, and do it on Slack too. I'll just do it everywhere. I'll make kind of a download for this logo, and I'll include some patterns. Do you guys think we want to do these wiggly things with like the?
Oh, it's overkill.
I think
I think
they're
it's a little
distracting.
much. So
Yeah, I think it's a little too like Saved by the Bell, like trying to be 90s. I think
okay,
the patterns you have with the texture is what we want to focus on.
the lines and the little like the okay,
Like the
good.
grid style or the half tone.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll put together all the assets and stuff.
yeah, that's awesome.
It'll be up to you guys to color it. Once we get like the exact colors, but I'll like kind of put like what colors should go where when we have them. So like if we're using a pink color, this will be pink. But then when Sarah, you're doing the colors right, when you get the colors, we'll just adjust that, and we'll have to be careful that we all adjust that.
Yeah, I can do the color palette and just put them all in like a little PDF and just take it
Yeah.
from there.
So
Mariah, were you gonna do logos for each one, or what are you doing there?
logos for what?
Beyond our team, or are you saying each team can pull from yours?
Oh, I was thinking, because you see how this one, which is what I can't annotate. Oh wait, I can highlight it. This one here
Yeah.
has like this little text here that has like the, and then like here you see it, like just like that kind of like scripty like text. I think if we get that font that we all agree to use along with Futura, we could just like whatever you're doing, you could just write in like local lyric, food, I mean car, music car,
Music
or website or whatever like sub brand you have.
So kind of just keep all
Yeah.
of the logos cohesive, but everybody does their own logos.
Yeah. So it's all local lyric, but there's like local lyric plus whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
For the website, for the
So
websites, it can be just like local lyrics, right?
yeah, so like it would be, so like the VHS here would be local lyrics, and then the glitch would be like whatever else you need to have on there.
right.
So
Like, it would be like the cover, you know, for instance, for that one team, and then whatever their maybe extra line is or something.
can I draw? No. It's annoying. Is this a line? Okay, well you get it now. Okay. Just like we need a script font
Yeah.
that has like that wavy thing.
Let me look at that.
Did you guys all get my mood board kind of PDF in the chat?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, if anyone wants to download that for reference when you're making stuff, go for it. Yeah, I'll start doing the patterns. I think I'm gonna go back to sleep for a bit because I haven't slept a lot.
Yeah, and then I'm just looking up Adobe script fonts that we can just pull from it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, if Sarah's doing the color palette, Mariah, you got patterns down. We agree on.
Yeah. How about us three? Emily, you're doing fonts. Sarah, you're doing the color palette, and I'll do like the assets. We get together probably before, I don't know, noon or the end of the day.
Yeah.
At least, and then put it all into one thing. And then we'll put that on Discord for everyone to like use.
Yeah.
But I think we should have it done before the end of the day today.
Yes.
And that's pretty simple stuff to do.
And then after that, that's pretty
Yeah.
much it's all in the same cohesive look. I'm fine with that. If you guys are okay with that, probably maybe later than noon. I do have company coming over. So
Yeah.
maybe if we can look at maybe having it done by like a certain time this evening,
Like dinner time.
Yeah, something
Would
like
that work?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have that out around then. I think we'll be good.
I think that's what we need to do to make it work, to make us all kind of cohesive and bring in the 90s. And anything more than that is great, but I think it's overkill, you know.
Yeah.
Cool. So Sarah, color palette. Mariah, you have the patterns. I'll do scripts. Do we need anything else?
If anyone wants to put photos in, I think looking for black, like if anyone can do like Photoshop, make them black and white, and see if you can add like kind of a grainy texture like we've been seeing. I think if you want to use photos for anything, that could work. That's about it.
Kind of create a pool of things for people to pull from.
Yeah.
Use. Yeah. Cool. What does everybody else think? Is that a good plan?
Is there any feedback or comments that somebody wants to say?
What's that?
I was just asking if there's
Anything else?
Oh. Yeah.
I also want pizza.
I have pizza. I have.
Yeah, no, Alex, where are we going?
The Rock?
Oh.
I just want to say thank you for all your support. Because I know at least my group, we jumped the gun when we started working on